Hi, this is Janie from Janie's Journals, and I'm so excited today. I have a new die, and this is not new to production. This is just new to me. It's the Tim Holtz, the Sizzix Baggage Claim, where you make those little suitcases. I've seen them in so many things. I wanted to try them. So I finally got the die, and the only kind of, not a complaint, but something I wish was a little different, is that on this one die, you're going to get 3 bases. There it is. You're going to get 3 bases. You're going to get 3 of the lids for the suitcases. You're going to get 3 handles. But when it comes to this hardware here, you've got these corners that go in the corner of the suitcases. You get 2 out of 1 punch. This is the strap and the buckle that it goes through. You can only cut 1 at a time of those, and then these are other pieces of hardware that you only cut 1 at a time. So that's the only thing. I do wish that you could cut more of those at once, because otherwise you have to cut a small square of your scrap paper and put it on there and go through again. And then for the handles, if you want a different kind of colored handle than your lid or your bottoms, you have to, cut a strip of paper to put here and send that through separate. That's the only complaint I would have. And it's not even really a complaint. It's just a wish. But I understand why they had to do it this way, because this was more cost effective when they produced the dies, and therefore they were able to get them to us at a lesser price. So I get that. Okay, so what I have done ahead of time here is I've cut out chipboard pieces, the base and the lids. I also cut out of the chipboard enough of the straps and the buckles and the corners and all of those so that I could put my paper on there. I cut out a bunch of handles and the chipboard for the handles too. And I had cut out in this little container, I cut out from the scraps of these, I cut out all those hardware pieces, and then I got to thinking about it, and I thought, I think I'm going to use probably neutrals more than anything to go on top of these. So I went back through my scrap bins, and I got a bunch of neutral scraps out, and I just put all of those in here. This is all the handles, all the straps, all the buckles, all the corners, all of those little pieces. So that's what I've done off camera. And then I went ahead and I've glued my paper to the good grief, chipboard. So I've done that much, and I'm ready to start putting these together. And a couple of them I have to really kind of mess with, because like this one, I think that I put my paper on the wrong side of this lid. I think it should actually go this way, but I put the paper on this part of the lid, so I'll either have to figure something out or I'll have to recover it or something. But anyway, that's the only one that I really goofed up on. The rest of these turned out pretty good. So now I'm ready to decorate. And this one is kind of annoying. It's a metallic paper. It's a silver metallic. But when that light hits it, it's a little annoying. So I may just set it off to the side and do that later on my own. Okay, so I'm going to swap out my paper underneath there, because I want to, I use these, I know that looks horrible, but this is what I do in real life. This is how I craft. I just use, this is newsprint paper. I got it off of Amazon. It's a huge sheet. So this is what I put underneath whatever I'm working on. And then whatever, a lot of times, whatever's left on my desk as far as scraps go, these smaller scraps, I just immediately go ahead and glue them down on this paper too. And I just continue to use different areas of it to work on. And then whenever I think it's pretty full, I will take a background stamp and I'll just stamp in areas that need something else in it. And I use this as either collage fodder, or I use it for backgrounds of tags or just whatever. So I'm going to put all of these on there and start working on decorating. Get them all mixed up now. That's that one, that one, that one. And I'm gonna decorate with a variety of things because I wanna, like I said, try it out. New dies, pretty excited about them, so I just want to try them out. Let's start with, let's go ahead and start with this one. And it's going to go together like that. So I think I'm going to use, let me see. I'm trying to decide if I want those little corners on here. And I kind of think I do, but this is going to be difficult. Because I have this whole jar, or this whole container of these bits and pieces, but it's going to be kind of hard to dig around in there. I know what I can use. I know. I have an old Christmas shoebox, and I'm just going to dump all those in there and spread them out so that I can find what I need a little quicker. Might not be so annoying for you to have to sit there and wait for me to pick things out. Okay, so this one, I think I'm going to use some black straps on it. Yeah, this is much easier to find what I need. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to put the buckles on some chipboard, but I'm not going to put the straps on chipboard just because I want the straps to look like they move a little bit freer. All right. Oh, this is going to be small work, like tedious kind of work. All right. And the buckles have got these little, these little tiny, I don't even know if you can see that. They've got a little bitty slit in it that the strap will go into. So I'm going to have to line that slit up with the slit that's on the paper, which in theory shouldn't be too difficult. But you just never know. I live in Missouri, and we are having a beautiful day today. I had quite a few errands to get out and do this morning, and I didn't mind it at all. Now, last week we had ice on the ground. Today, it's probably going to get close to 70. So they have a saying about Missouri, and they probably say it about a lot of different states, but they say that if you don't like the weather, just wait a few hours, because it literally feels like it changes just that quickly. Okay, so I'm going to put those on there, and I think I'm probably going to use let's see, I want to make this look kind of worn. So let's do a little sanding on it to make those edges look a little bit worn. Yeah, we've got baby calves being born, we've got baby goats being born, and it's just, I love this time of year. It reminds me of my son, because he always seemed like during the winter months, it was like he hibernated too. I mean, he would go to work and then he would just come home and just sit and watch TV, or he just, you know, didn't do a whole lot during the colder months. He might help his dad with the cattle and things like that, but, and then in the spring, it was nothing to hear him come in from work, and you would hear him, you know, close the front door kind of hard. And then he would go straight downstairs to his room, and he would change, take a quick shower and change, and out the door he'd go. And it just always felt like that during the spring is when he came alive again. Good memories. I have 2 daughters and 8 grandchildren and 2 son-in-laws. So I say I do. My husband and I do. So we're very blessed. I have 1 daughter with 4 children who lives in North Carolina. And then my other daughter and her husband have the other 4, and they live in Texas. They're missionaries down there, and she also works as a nurse in labor and delivery. So they all stay pretty busy. I am a pharmacy technician, a certified pharmacy technician. I work part-time. I haven't worked full-time for quite a few years. And I really enjoy what I do and where I do it at. Okay, so these slits are going to be kind of hard to get into, I think. Let's see, what can I... Well, let's try it and see. Yeah, that's not going to work. Where is my... Okay. Got a craft knife here, so I'll just make sure that slit is poked all the way through. Oh, these are all so small. You know what? I think one of these I might actually try to stitch around. I think that would look kind of neat. Okay, how do we get that through there? Okay, this is not easy. Goodness. Not easy at all. Let's try it again. Oh gosh, how do they do this? Okay, instead of you sitting there watching me struggle with this, I'm gonna shut off the camera for just a minute, and I'll see if I can get these threaded. Okay, I finally got them through those little bitty holes. I gotta tell you, that was not easy, but to be fair, I do have issues with my eyesight, so that was just not fun. All right, so we're gonna go on and start to decorate these. let's see, I'm going to put this on here first. And I suppose if you wanted to make a shorter suitcase, a smaller one, you could cut these down really easy. I mean, I could see even making a small bag out of it. You could, you know, cut it off here and just make this into a small bag, or all kinds of stuff. And then you could always drop your lid down a little farther. That's not a good one to see here. We'll do it this way. You could always, instead of putting your lid all the way up here and making it like that, you could drop the lid down a little more like that, cut this off, and make an even shorter suitcase if you needed to. That actually looked pretty nice like that. Okay, so I've got these on, and I'm going to glue on my troublesome straps. It took me literally at least 10 minutes to get those things through there. I just kept poking and poking, and my paper kept bending, and it was not easy, but we got the job done. So there's one strap, and that one's not straight, but I'm okay with that because we want this thing to look kind of grungy. I say we. I want it to look kind of grungy. I don't know how you want it to look. And there. So there's the little straps on it. This one has got some of the white core of the paper showing through. So I'm just going to kind of go over it with some black distress ink. There we go. And now we need a handle. And I do want the handle to be on chipboard. So let's get, any of them will work. I'll use that one. So now I need, where did those other ones? Oh, good grief. Oh yeah, I put them in this box so they'd be easier to find. Let's see, I know I've got to have a black one in here. Well, it actually wouldn't even have to be black, would it? There we go. Let's see if that's the right one. It would be if this were chipboard here that I have, but it's not. It's hard to tell what's chipboard and what's just brown paper in this. Alright, let's try that one. That means I gotta get a different handle. There we go. That's a gray handle, but I'm all right with that. Actually, I think I might use the tan side. I think that would look okay. I know I'm not in frame, that these pieces are so tiny. Okay. And now my art glitter glue is trying to clog up on me. It can be kind of annoying. Okay. There's the first one. What a struggle I have had to get that done. I like it. I do like it. Okay. let's dare to move on to another one here. Let's try, whoops, sorry about that. Let's try this one. I like the looks of it too. Okay, so let's put, how about a gold handle on that one? How would that look? Yeah, I like that. So now I've got to find the chipboard to match that. Is that the right one? Nope, it's not going to work. That's the right one. Okay. So I've got a gold handle. Let's see if we can find some gold corners. And I think they're in this one. I'm going to keep these separate from those neutral colors, just so I'll know which area to go into to find them, because I don't want to have to dig through everything every time. Okay. There's a gold buckle. Do I dare try another buckle? I don't know if I've got it in me to do another buckle. Let's see. See, they're so small. And it's hard to find what you're looking for because you have to almost turn over every piece. Okay, there's 2 gold buckles, and I've got 1 strap like that. I need to find a matching strap. Or at least one that's similar to that. Oh. What a mess this is. This one might work. Okay, we're going to do that one. And I'm just going to kind of leave these out because I have a feeling I'm going to be digging through them again. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do some sanding on these edges. Especially this one, I'm going to ink the edges with like a walnut stain. So I do want to make sure it's ready to grab a hold of the ink. All right. Where's my walnut? Okay. I think these are going to look really cute with some of those Tim Holtz paper dolls. I have been eyeing this woman for quite a while, and she's sitting down, and I was thinking about doing a tag or something of her sitting on a couple of these suitcases. I think that would just really be cute. So I may do that. I've got a bunch of unfinished little things that I need to get done. And I was thinking about using, making up some of that stuff and using some of these suitcases on there. All right, we're going to put our golden handle on here. Whoops. That is after I glue it. Oh my goodness. Everything I'm doing is falling apart today. And that's not the right one. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's not the right handle. It sure did look like it was. Okay. Let's take 2 here. I hope I'm staying in camera just barely down there, aren't I? Okay. And I am not the best at talking on these videos, so you'll have to forgive me for that. I'm still learning how to make the videos and how to do the editing and all of that kind of thing. So if I feel like when I edit this one, if I feel like my talking is just nonsense, I'll edit it out and probably just play music. Okay, now these, I'm going to do these a little different. I'm not going to put the chipboard on them. I'm just going to try to put the strap through there. I did not. There it is. And maybe I can get away with that. It's hard for me to tell if there's a piece of, yeah, that's what it is. There's a piece in here that has to come out. Maybe that's why I had so much trouble with the last one, because I had glued it together before I tried pulling that piece off. I gotta concentrate. I got it! Yay! Okay. That's a little easier when you pull that piece out of there. Okay, let's glue this one down before a disaster happens. Like I said, this one I have not put the chipboard piece behind the buckle. All right. I know you guys are probably feeling my pain here. Look at that. That went so much easier. Okay. There we go. So there's another one. That one's kind of cute. I like that paper. I had some old 6x6 paper pads that I hadn't used forever, and I thought, well, this would be a good way to kind of get some of those used up. I like the patterns and everything. I just never found the right project for them. Okay, this one I'm going to do, let me see if I've got a piece of that I can show to you. This is a piece of paper. It's what, probably 4x6, and I like the pattern of it. And I cut this suitcase out of that, and I do like the way that that looks. I think I'm not really going to distress this one. I will ink the edges, but I'm not going to distress it. Well, I guess inking the edges does kind of distress it, doesn't it? Makes it definitely look a little more old. Okay. There's that. I'm going to put this lid on. Okay, we're going to try some of these other pieces on this one. We'll do a couple of the corners, and I think black is probably going to stand out better than anything. So there's 1, 2, oops. Come out of there. 3, and I just saw the 4th one. No, yeah, there it is. And I've lost it. Doggone it. There it is. They're just so stinking small. Now I want to make sure I got 4 the same here. Alright, there's the 4 corners I'm going to use. And I think this one, I have this. It's kind of like a doorknob kind of thing, and I'm wondering if I couldn't use that on here. I'm going to try it. Why not? Get my, actually I'm going to need a bigger hole punch than that. Alright, this is probably going to be hilarious trying to punch through 2 pieces of chipboard, but I'm going to try it. Yeah, that wasn't as bad as I thought. Okay, let me put the corners on first. We're just going to go like this. And then do 1. They're so fiddly. And there's 2. This is wearing me out. And 4. Okay. So I like those little corner pieces. Now let's see if I'm going to like this doorknob thing. I'm almost afraid it's going to be too big for this little suitcase. What do you think? Too big? It does look kind of large. This little thing comes off, so I wonder what it would look like if it was just that part. Oh, I like that better. I like it much better that way. Now the only thing is, the only way to put it on there is like this, and then you have an issue of this thing sticking up. So I'm gonna have to get my little jewelry pliers and cut that off. And there's always the possibility of flying metal when I have to do that. All right, let me make sure that's down good and as flat as I can get it. Yeah, that's going to do it there. Okay. So I am going to clip this over to my side so it can go straight into my trash can. There it went. And the bottom piece also needs to be taken off just a little. Okay. Now, I like it. Okay, so this has gone on long enough. I am going to mess with a few of these off camera, and then I will come back and show you my end results. See you in a bit. I'm coming back on not because I have a bunch finished, but I wanted to show you, I decided I wanted an easier way to put, oh no, I just dropped all of those handles all over the place. Oh, okay, so I wanted to show you, I wanted to add something that looked like hardware without all of the fiddly stuff. So I do have this Tim Holtz embossing folder, and I just took some of the more neutral colors and run them through, because I think you can see it on this one pretty well. Like this piece right here, if I cut that off and I put that on that suitcase, that is going to look really neat. So I decided to do that, and also I had forgotten that I have all of these little sticker things. Well, they're not stickers. I got this off of Etsy. If you want to know the shop I got it from, I'll let you know. It's got all of these little tiny stickers, which you can print them bigger or you can print them smaller. But I thought those would look kind of neat on the luggage too. So I'm going to keep messing. Alright, I wanted to show you what I have accomplished here. It's been probably, I don't know, an hour and 20 minutes or so that I've been working on these. And I will show you what they look like. Let me find a piece of paper that here, I'll use the back of this. Maybe that'll work. I wanted to put them up here for you. This is the one I had the idea of sewing around the edges, and I really like the way that that looked. And I used some of those little labels I showed you, and then just a tiny brad there. And then these two pieces I got from this, what I showed you that I run that embossing folder, and I just cut out a couple little pieces here and put those on there. I thought that one was cute. Here is the one I showed you with this paper here that I thought was really neat. And I did the 4 black corners, and then I did the little doorknob knocker thing, but I took off the back plate of it so that it wouldn't look quite so awkward. Okay, and then I've done this one, and again, whoops, there we go. Again, I used some of the red paper that I had run through that embossing folder and cut those off and made those. It's still got a little bit of glue there that's not dried. I did this one, and it's got some of that shiny metallic paper as the buckles and the handle. That's the one that I did very first. This one, which again has the metallic paper as accents on it. And then I did this one. That's the one I struggled so hard with, those buckles. I like it too. It looks very vintage. This is one that I used an old piece of cardboard from the push pin. I showed you that too. And that the accents on it are really kind of hard to see. If you can see, I used a piece of that black here and then a little corner piece here. My lighting's not the best in this room. And then I did this one. There it is. And I had a lot of fun with these. It is tedious work because there's a lot of small pieces that you have to put together, but I do think it's worth it. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below and I will answer them as best I can for you. I appreciate you stopping today. Have a great day.